Oh. Cool. Yes. Awesome. Some of you may have received a text message or read the email. There is change in the wind, which is great. So let's get to it. Oh, I'm so happy. All right. Pardon me. Okay. Wow, huh? Hi, Sean. Oh, goodness. The weather outside. Oh, my goodness. Lots of change. Like a grip of change, right? So for me, my change has come in so many different ways, right? Yeah. And the change that we recently experienced is that Body Studios has been asked to leave the building because the new owners need the whole property. So we were like, oh, okay. And then we all thought we're going to sit down more, but we all thought, wow, what does this new adventure look like? And so we're super excited. And it feels like a lot of freedom to me. Okay. Having a brick and mortar is a lot of work. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Well, like I'm a Taurus. I'm a Taurus, and I think that should explain everything to everyone. But the reason that I say that is because Uranus has been transiting Taurus for about 7 or 8 years. And we're coming to the very end of that right now. And any material possessions, any of things that you thought were like the only way to do it, all of that has crumbled and fallen away. And you've had to learn things on the fly, like how to manifest, how to get in alignment with your values, find out what your feelings are, because Taurus is an earth sign, and so it is divine feminine. So as it's divine feminine ruled by Venus, okay, it's going to put you in your feels, and that's where we've been for the last 7 or 8 years, is in our feels, and our feelings are facts. There's as much fact in feeling as there is in thought. Both are generated through experience, and we're reading the frequency to see, to perceive, right? What that looks like. And so just to kind of give you an idea of what this transit has been, right? So tsunamis, um, earthquakes, fires. Okay, so that's what this transit has just exponentially created. When Uranus is in the constellation of Taurus, it's considered its least favorable position, because that is like where we first start to accumulate material aspect. All right. And everything that you initiated and thought that this is how it works in order to make your life okay, a lot of that has fallen away. I would say all the way till the 25th, okay, of this month, of last month, of February. And then that was when you could look and say, when Mars squared Uranus, okay? So when Mars and Uranus squared, they like a lot of things ended, like a shit ton of things ended, just like this. Okay. And so that was the day we got a text about it. And so it was like, oh, okay. Okay. And so we're just kind of watching the energy. We've known for a while that that the owners of the building, the owners of the property, were going to sell the building. So it wasn't like super crazy to us. We just, we were just waiting it out because we wanted to see what was happening, because there's so much happening right now, right? And we want to be best suited to how we can really support community. And so that's what we're looking at as well. So we went ahead and we put out an email blast, and then we put out like a text blast. And so I'm still in the process of doing the text. Anyway, so I'm really happy for everyone who's joined us. And so thank you very much for your support. I will continue to do the shows because that's my my lifeblood. And then my services are still for the next 2 months. So March and April, we have full bookings, okay, up until the 30th. So I'm excited. And we're still going to execute all of the events that are here. And what we're asking is for your participation in our celebration of everything that's ever been accomplished here at Body Studios. And it's been so wonderful. And we don't know yet, okay? And we're letting it be okay that we don't know. Okay. Uranus is having a good time. All right. Okay. So now we're in that wonderful month of March. Let's go ahead and move our placeholder in our ephemeris. Move into March right here and see what is up. Okay. Goodness. So today is the 2nd. Okay. Cool. Oh, awesome. Ooh. Oh, goodness. Mars is going to move into Pisces on the 3rd. There's so many different things that are happening right now. So many different things. So like when we had like the 28th and we had all the planetary parade line up to where we could see them and in the sky, right? Naked eye vision. That was really beautiful. It's still there. It's there. It lasts for about 6 days, that transit does. And we had a clear sky here in California, so I was really excited. And we went out and we looked and we could feel, like a lot of people were feeling the adjustment that was happening in their chakras and their alignment. So it was really cool. The magnetics of the planets as impactful. So on Tuesday, this Tuesday, tomorrow, what's going to happen is we're going to have an eclipse, a lunar eclipse. It's going to be visible in all of the North America and some South America, some Central America. All right. And we're going to have a watch party. It'll be from 3 a.m. until 4, whatever, whenever it's done. And then because it's 6 a.m. Thereabouts on the Eastern seaboard. And so in California, 3 hours after. Okay. So we'll have a watch party. But the thing is that this eclipse is like a 333. It has like 3 aspects to it. So there's a lot of energy that's mind, spirit, body, a lot. And it keeps configuring on itself and going over itself and over itself, looking for form and looking for direction. And we give that to it through our thought and our feeling. So as this energy begins to line up, it's really asking you, what do you want to experience next? Okay? What do you want to experience next? That sounds so easy and so effortless and so whatever. The idea is to find a feeling that generates something that you want to feel continuously. And think about that feeling and the possibility of things that could happen, opportunities that could show up with that feeling. And that's how you direct your subconscious, which is always at work. Okay? Always at work. Bettering, refining, and leading you in the direction, because that's your intuition, leading you into the direction of what it is that you've asked for. What have you asked for? Have you asked for, like, when you ask for a job or you ask for money or you ask for a material aspect, what happens is your body starts to vibrate toward that information that you have stored in it at the cellular level. Your atoms start to move around and they're like, oh, I have the answer. I have the answer. I have the answer. And you're like, what? What is it? What is it? What is it? And then the mind's like, yeah, we did that already. And the heart is like, oh, I remember how that feels. Okay. And then you're like, oh, okay, well, what would I really like? Okay, I'd like this, but you're in that feeling and thought, right? The idea is to give yourself like a little spaciousness and say, I want it to feel like this, and then move into that feeling and then start thinking in that way, right? Let's say you use gratitude or beauty or appreciation, joy, something that feels pleasurable to the body that you would like to bring about in the future. And that's really all it is. So with Mars, our spiritual warrior, that's like our spiritual warrior in Western astrology. Okay. Not all Mars is practiced that way. Okay. Venus is also the spiritual warrior in many Mesoamerican practices. Okay. So all the planets have masculine and feminine energy. Some of them lead, okay, because of their representation to the constellation with whatever that nature is. So you have Saturn, which would lead with a masculine nature, Venus, a feminine, masculine nature, okay, Mercury, a masculine, feminine nature, like that, okay. And then as you look at the planets will come in and they'll have, like, you can align to the vibration of the planet through, okay, your through just like your determination, because you're the one who's going to choose what that feels like and what you think about it. So I could give you like lots and lots and lots and lots of things that I think, and I can give you lots and lots and lots of things that I feel, okay? Yet you are still going to be your best piece of information to yourself in every situation, okay? I love to work. I love to work, yet I like empowerment more. I feel the agency and sovereignty is very important right now. We need to learn how to manage our energies. And in the way that I'm speaking or addressing that is that we need to pay attention and be mindful for our thoughtful energy. We need to be compassionate with our feelings, all right? And we need to be inspired through something beneficial for our actions. So our mind, spirit, body is asking us, how do we move forward? And that's really what's happening. So you can be accountable to yourself instead of giving your agency away and saying, oh, this circumstance is happening, and so now I have to. And that isn't it. It's, I feel this way about this circumstance. I would like for this circumstance to change. I feel powerless in this circumstance. I can't change it physically, mentally, or emotionally, that circumstance right now. What I can do is recognize it, and I can begin to shift the energy that I'm noticing from it. Okay? And it's with a simple intention. I would like for my mind to be clear of psychic debris. I would like for my heart to feel the oneness and the love in the situation. I want to tune into that, and I want to put that vibration into where I'm powerless, because I know I can add love and peace and tranquility. I can add kindness, generosity, gratitude, ease, compassion. All right. And all I'm doing is I'm adding my vibration, my literal vibration to the experience, because I'm part of it. We're all part of the experience. So when we lean into something and it doesn't feel good, we're noticing, and we were feeling good, we're noticing that there's a vibrational shift that is unpleasant. And we may stay there if we're not sure what happened. And the idea is that if you stay there, you add to it. So if you go into sorrow and you stay in sorrow, there's going to generate more sorrow around you. If you go into happy, there's going to be more happy around you. You're going to generate that, because your vibration determines your interaction. Okay? It isn't scientific. It is, but isn't. It's really simple. It's magnetic. All right? And it's like centrifugal force. So you're like a spiral through the center of your body. And as it spins, it attracts. Okay? And then here, it's thought and feeling. Okay? So here we put the thought out, and then we talk to ourselves about it. Okay? And then we perceive it and feel into it. And that's how you manage your emotional, mental, and physical bodies. You allow yourself to be your authority. Okay? All right. So the 3rd, tomorrow. Wow, what a momentous day. Mars will be moving into Pisces. The moon will be in Pisces because it'll be a new moon. Oh, I mean, it'll be the full moon. Okay? It'll be a full moon. Oh my gosh. It'll be a full moon, and it will be in Virgo. Yes. Okay, so full moon in Virgo. So that's another divine feminine, masculine aspect. Okay. And so you could think of a Virgo as looking at a community and seeing how to better support itself, and not necessarily wrapping itself the community around itself. That's kind of a Virgo. A Virgo has great ideas and wants to go ahead and help and knows how to organize, and this could take place in this, and is really, really into clearing and making constructs and, of the mind and the heart. So that's the kind of energy that we're going to be entering. And then we also have Venus, who's in Pisces, and Mercury is retrograde in Pisces right now. So everybody is in this dream water energy, okay, during this fire horse in an eclipse where not everything is available. That would be a great way to say it. There are hidden values to what you're perceiving. And Mercury is asking us to slow down and look at the constructs that we've created around this. And then you have Saturn in Aries, right, along with Neptune, and they're creating structure together. They're breaking down illusions, and a lot of misinformation is coming out. And as that comes out, we get to continue to decide what it is that we would like to participate in. And that's where we're at right now. So Uranus will move out of, here we are. There's the day. On the 27th, I can't believe that. On the 27th of April, Uranus will move out of Taurus and into Gemini. And that will be it will be a more favorable match, because Uranus is the ruler of the constellation Aquarius, which is an air sign. And an air sign that is pouring consciousness directly back on us right now to the depth of Pluto, which is our deepest emotional aspect, opening us up to the divine feminine in ways we didn't even imagine. So your intuition is on point, but if your feelings are full, it's going to be chaotic for you to read it. And so these next couple of months are going to be very, very impactful and important. And you have Venus going into Aries on the 7th. So as Venus moves into Aries, now we're going to start working. But how we build will be through divine feminine. We're going to feel into it. And we're going to use common sense. That's what that is. Common sense is noticing the energy around you and the feelings that are in it, and taking it in informationally and deciding how it would be best for everyone. And that's common sense. It isn't, oh, I'm in this situation, what do I need? It's not that anymore. Now it is, how do we? Because that's how we will be. Okay? All right. Okay, so let's see. So those are the planets moving around right now and having a good time in the sky. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards. I thought maybe I'll pull a rune at the end, and we'll use the rune for like what's ahead. We'll use it for what's ahead today, okay? Now, I have my tarot deck of my Tarot of Dreams by Cyril Marchetti. I love Cyril Marchetti artwork. It's the best. I buy from a reputable dealer of tarot cards so that I receive the book as well. And the artist and author receives compensation properly. Okay. So make sure that wherever you buy your occult support tools, right, that you are not shortcutting and cutting out people who have put their energy into it. Otherwise, the deck won't read as well as it could. It'll read wonky. That's why. So you want to be in integrity. And then the deck is in integrity. So that's why I do that. So I'm just shuffling, gathering all of our information, which is energy for me anyway. And so we're getting ready to designate what this look ahead is about, okay? We just did. It's a look ahead. Okay, great. Ooh, all right. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, of course. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. Well, that was a great read. I'm just kidding. Well, we are in a spiritual lesson, the spiritual lesson of death and transformation. That's what we were just talking about, because Pluto is a planet of transformation. Even though it is considered a water planet, it's mostly masculine energy. Like that's how it shows up, masculine, feminine. All right. And what it does is it teaches you flow. Okay. And Scorpio is about death, taxes, transformation, other people's money, all kinds of stuff like that. And that is what death represents. Death represents letting go of what you thought was, okay, and transforming into what you could be. So we're in this huge lesson of that, okay? And here's the card for that. So this is Scorpio right here, okay? So Scorpio right here. And then the snake. So the snake is going to show you that there's energetic movement. The snake is also the one that sheds its skin and lets you become your newness, the new version of you from the old version of you. And you can see that in this particular card that it's at a full moon, right? Because full moons usually represent release. All right. And so that's this card right here. Great card, huh? It really is telling. Okay. All right. So that's the spiritual lesson that we're in right now. We're in a shedding. We're shedding. We're shedding old ideas, illusions, misinformation. We're learning to trust ourselves more rather than external, internal, using our intuition. And that is how we are learning to manage our energetic fields. Okay. All right. Here's some of the things that we're probably looking at this next week, right? So we need rest. So you need rest. So this is a Four of Swords, and this is Mars and Gemini. Okay. So there's Gemini. Here's Mars. Okay. And this is Swords. Swords is going to be a mental aspect. Okay. Metal, spirit, air. All right. And this is feeling like the weight of the world is on you. And that's where we're at right now. We all feel this right now. We're feeling the weight of the world on us, and we know it isn't all of it yet. And again, full moon in the background. All right. These Neptune looking. Okay. So what kind of world are you dreaming in? That's what it's asking you. And you have to be able to slow down to let that vision come in for you. And it is going to come in through what you think. Okay? That's how it's going to come about. So giving your thoughts a rest and letting them be what it is, coming into a place where you say things to yourself like, okay. I accept all of those truths right now. I accept all of those truths, whatever truths you were working on, because we're constantly doing that. And then once you say, okay, I accept all those truths to be, okay, they're my foundation now. I got it. They're my foundation. And then what you're going to do is after you bring it in, you're going to go ahead and imagine that you put it into your Akasha, into like an imaginary library, so you don't have to fucking carry it anymore. All right. And then you'll start and you'll ask another question. This next question is a qualifier still. All right. This question is going to refine what you just decided you would believe. Okay. And then you'll go off on another tangent. What about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? The idea in that moment when you come into that acceptance is to sit and veg. Don't do anything. Just relax. Relax and say, man, I have been thinking for a long time. I think I can give that a rest. And it stops your thought, and it captures your mind and your body because it creates a vibration. So that's a great way to reset as well. But you do need to meditate and you need to rest more. Self-care is going to be big, and continue working, because the sun, we're going to continue working. This is situational. It's a Virgo sun card. Okay. So the illumination is that whatever it is that you have now, this is an 8. Just keep on working on it, because that's the right action. Keep working on it. You're doing really, really well. and that's going to nurture your home and hearth. All right. And then any kind of action that we're going to take is going to be based in passion and compassion. Lots of compassion. Okay. So look at your divine feminine nature, meaning check into your intuition and how you feel about circumstances, whatever one that you're coming into. Okay. And then you're going to begin to articulate to yourself what you would love to see in that, if it's adequate or inadequate. If it's adequate, then you want to capitalize or make more of it. You want to expand it. If it's diminishing, then what you want to do is you want to add things that will expand it and allow it to flourish rather than degenerate. Okay. And those are the vibes, the thoughts and feelings that you can put into all circumstances. And it usually gives energy. Okay. That's information. That's what energy is, information. It usually gives energy of opportunity. And then that gives people hope to think in a different way instead of such a focused way. All right. So here's our next card. It's Leo, and this right here is Jupiter. Okay. So all of these, like these two cards right here, are telling me right now, okay, even though it's situational, they're giving me a time based as well. So this card right here is a Virgo card. This card right here is a Leo card, but it also has Jupiter. Jupiter is in Cancer right now and going direct, I think, in May. And so when it goes direct in May, I think it might have like one more year and then it will enter Leo. Okay. So right now we're beginning to feel the expansion of consciousness in a way that's going to be, it could be volatile, but it doesn't have to be. That's the choice that we have right now. Okay. And everybody is going to want to be seen and heard. Everybody's going to want to be seen and heard. And that's because our emotions will be at pinnacles. Okay. So I would say from this gate, this eclipse gate that we're having, and these cards that were pulled, I would say that it is an entry into not a dark night of the souls as much as it would be an entry into understanding of who you truly are. So what I love about this is that there's all parts, all elements are present. So we have metal, we have earth, we have fire, and then we have the Scorpio aspect on death, which is water. So all four elements are coming in to tell us balance is going to be good. All right. We can allow it. It'll be okay. So for this next week, that's kind of like how we're set up. Okay. And then I'll go ahead and I'll pull a rune, and I have like different runes in my bag, right? And I have hematite, so that would be money or career oriented. I have rose quartz, so that would be love or relationship oriented. And then I have flat tabs, and that's general. And so I'm getting a flat tab right now. I got two of them. I didn't know if I wanted to, but I guess this is it. Oh, okay. All right. We don't need that much, do we? We don't need that much information. We never need that much information. Okay, so 2 came out. All right. Pardon me. Well, it's 12 right now. So here's what I want to do first before I read the rune. I'll go ahead and let's do a mini meditation. Okay. So if this is your first time here at 12, I love to do a meditation, like a 3-minute meditation. And what I'd like for you to do is to relax your body where you're sitting. You could do it if you're sitting at a desk, even if you're at work. If you can't close your eyes, then this is not the meditation for you. I would like for you to close your eyes so that way you can let go of the stimuli around you. That's why. So if you can just settle in and look away and just kind of go into like a disassociation of what's around you, you could do that too. And what you're doing is you're actually pulling your energetic curiosity back to you, and you're becoming more of who you are. And so as you do that, you can say numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Take a deep breath in through your nose. Let it swirl around your body, collecting all the psychic debris, and release. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Take another cleansing breath in through your nose and release. There you go. And now you're kind of settled back into your body. And these are recentering meditations to bring you back into the most important aspect, you. Okay. So the 2 runes that I pulled for our week ahead, okay, one is constraint and the other is possessions reversed. Okay. I know all about that stuff right now, so I'm good. All right, so let's do constraints. Okay, that's going to be 105. So that's a 6 amplified. So this is supposed to be healing. How interesting. Okay, and this is faced in the correct direction. This is not peace. Okay, so this is the rune of constraint. All right. Okay. Constraint, necessity, pain. Now you know why I was like, oh, what a rune. Okay. The necessity of learning to deal with severe constraint is the lesson of Nautis. Oh, this crack your neck, roll your shoulders, let go of the self-imposed bonds. Okay. This rune represents the obstacles we create for ourselves as well as those we encounter in the world around us. Both can be equally difficult to handle. So we're recognizing. So we're in recognition, we're in spiritual awareness, we're in sensory awareness, okay, of information. Okay, the role of Nautis is to identify our shadow, our dark or repressed side, places where growth has been stunted, resulting in weaknesses that are often projected onto others. So those of us who have been practicing our divine feminine energy, our intuition, our common sense, allowing our feelings a seat at the table, empathy, sympathy, all of those beautiful energies, right? This transit doesn't feel quite as harsh, okay? Yet people who have been told that feelings are not facts have been practicing stuffing feelings away from their experience. And now nobody has a chance to do that any longer. The magnetics of the planet are creating such a pull that everything, like how you think and feel, really matters. And we're finding out, like we're coming into the knowledge that's always been there, that like our thoughts, we make up shit too. That's it. We just make stuff up. So we make stuff up from our minds and we make stuff up from our heart. And then we call that truth. But all of us have a bit and piece of it. So together, collectively, oneness is truth. And that's how it works. Okay. For me. Okay. When at last you can look upon the rune of constraint with a smile, you will recognize the troubles, denials, and setbacks of life as your teachers, guides, and allies. The need for restraint is unquestionable here. Drawing this rune indicates that there may well be holdups and reasons to reconsider your plans carefully. Clearly, there is work to be done on yourself. So take it on with good humor and show perseverance. This is the time to pay off old debts, to restore, if not harmony, at least balance. So mend, restore, redress. When fishermen can't go to sea, they repair nets. Let the constraints of time serve you in righting your relationship to yourself. Be mindful that rectification must come before progress, and as always, consider the uses of adversity. So I would say that that is like what we pulled in this card. Give it a rest, right? Rest, relax for right now. All right. We're just kind of drinking in the scene. Okay. All right. And then Then we have Fehu reversed. And that is possessions, nourishment, cattle. So anything you could barter with. Okay. Huh. Reversed. And here's Fehu reversed. Here we go. Just the week ahead. There may be considerable frustration in your life if you draw Fehu reversed. A wide range of dispossessions, ranging from trivial to severe. You fall short in your efforts. You reach out and miss. You are compelled to stand by and watch helplessly. Well, what you've gained dwindles away. Observe what is happening. What choice do you have? Examine these events from an open perspective and ask, what do I need to learn from this in my life? Oh, I just adore that question, don't you? Okay. Even if there is occasion for joy, do not let yourself be seduced into mindless joyousness. Reverse, this rune indicates that doubtful situations are abundant and come in many forms and guises. Here you are being put in touch with the shadow side of possessions. Yet all this is part of coming to be and passing away, and not that which abides. In dealing with the shadow side of Fehu, you have an opportunity to recognize where your true nourishment lies. So, if you're actually reading the room, which is 8 billion people, okay, that's when you're reading the room, 8 billion people, okay? Humanity is the room. How are you reading the room? What are you adding to the room? Okay? And you are the room. Okay? All right. And that's kind of like what we're being told right now. Yay! I hope you guys had a great day. I will see you later. Again, if you want to stop by, we're open 11 to 7, Monday through Friday, and 10 to 4 on Saturdays, by appointment only on Sundays, and we'll be here till the end of April. Okay? And I appreciate you. I hope you guys had a great day.